Good afternoon. If I can ask everybody to please remain standing for the honor song, followed by the singing of O Canada.
Glorious and free.
Thank you so much, and please be seated. Well, good afternoon, everybody, on this beautiful afternoon. My name is Lek Kshivonos, and I'm the principal of Truro Campus. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship with the Mi'kmaq and the Wolastoqiyik people, first signed with the British Crown in 1725. Welcome to our graduates, to family, friends, and special guests who have gathered here today and via live streaming from around the world. Thank you for being part of this special day as we celebrate the class of 2019. And for friends and family who are not able to be with us here today, the ceremony will be available at a later time on NSCC's YouTube channel. Before we proceed, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people. First of all, our dancers who led the procession, J.C. Sillaboy and Taya Milea, as well as Eastern Eagle, who led us in the singing of the honor song. Our staff member, Lacey Morel-Pierre, who led us in the singing of O Canada. And as you were entering the building, you were well greeted by African drumming by Drummer from Home. Thank you so much. And finally, the NSCC Jazz Ensemble, who will also be entertaining during our reception after the ceremony. Thank you all for sharing your talents to make this day incredibly special for all of us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor of introducing our stage guests to you. I would ask that you please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. And I will start immediately to my right here. We have Vicki McKinnon, Academic Chair for the School of Health and Human Services. Matt Taylor, Academic Chair for the School of Access. Lenore Zan, MLA for Truro, Bible Hill, Salmon River, and Millbrook. Don Bureau, NSCC President. Paul Tingley, our representative from the Board of Governors. Jennifer Clark is our alumni representative. Anna Burke, our Vice President Academic. Kathy McLean, Vice President, Campuses and Communities. And at the very end, Chief Robert Glode from Millbrook First Nation. Now, move back to my right here. Karen Gillespie, Academic Chair for the School of Business and School of IT and Creative Industries. Ann Walker, Manager of Student Services. Ann Lawrence, Assistant Registrar. Christine Arsenault, Director of Enrollment and Registrar. Elizabeth Yo, Director of Student Services. Ian McLeod, Dean of the School of IT and Creative Industries. Margaret Champion, Dean of the School of Health and Human Services. Scott McPherson, Dean of the School of Business. And finally, Tara Keener, Dean of the School of Access. I would also like to acknowledge our guests in the reserved seating area right to my left. We have family members of award recipients here, community partners, and special guests. Thank you for your ongoing support of the college and our graduates. And I would like to also acknowledge our student leadership on campus. Thank you so much to our Student Association executive, the class reps, and the numerous student volunteers who help make student life a tremendous success and a great experience for the students during the school year. Thank you so much. Now, graduates, to you. This year, we are thrilled to have Virginia Peter Paul and Martha Wall, who are both Truro Campus alumni with multiple graduations under their belts, to join us today to present you with your alumni pin as they welcome you to the alumni family. So once you cross the stage, receive your credential, they will be greeting you right by that table there, presenting you with your pin. Thank you so much for joining us for that important role as well. Now, each fall, our campus welcomes many new faces, a lot of them anxious, but all eager and filled with infectious enthusiasm. By the time we see those same faces here today at Convocation, we still see that same enthusiasm, but the anxiousness is gone. And in its place, we see a newfound confidence. This is what makes today so special, and what makes it so extremely rewarding for me and our college community. From our amazing faculty and staff on campus to colleagues province-wide, each has had a role to play in supporting our students' journey to graduation. I'd like to take this opportunity to please ask our staff to please stand and be recognized. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, at this time of year, we also sometimes say goodbye to some of our colleagues as they transition to a new chapter in their lives by entering retirement. This year, we are saying farewell to our faculty colleague, Robert Gibson, who was faculty with the School of IT and Creative Industries. Robert has given a lifetime of service to students and contributed significantly in building our amazing campus community. Robert, please stand and be acknowledged as well. Thank you so much. We got a wave. Ultimately, graduates, it's thanks to the inner strength each of you has found within yourselves to balance competing priorities, whether caring for family, holding down a job, lengthy travel time, or perhaps health challenges. You still manage to meet deadlines, stay on top of your workload, and handle all the stresses involved. So today you can say, I did it. Congratulations. You've accomplished so much, and you should be so proud. Please know that all of us at the NSCC family are thrilled to see you shine today. Now that's enough from me, and I have the pleasure to introduce to you Chief Bob Glode from Millbrook First Nation, who will bring greetings. Chief?
Gwe, Delawasan Sagamal Bob Glode, Awego Pegawit, Jalasuktuk, Well Darcy, Begidayo, Welly Omen, Megi Omen, the Megmagi. Hello everyone, I'm Chief Bob Glode of the Millbrook First Nation, and I'd like to welcome you to the unceded Mi'kmaq territory. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today, especially with all the graduating students. It's your day, it's your special day. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your hard work and your dedication, and good luck on the next chapter of your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Glode. And now I'd like to introduce to you Miss Lenore Zand to bring greetings.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here today. I believe this is my 10th time being here at the NSCC graduation as the MLA for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River. So I'd like to bring greetings to all of you on behalf of the province of Nova Scotia. And just say to the graduates, you know, you have an amazing life ahead of you now. Some of you have an idea where you want to go, but I have to say sometimes life will take you on different turns. You think you're going one way and you find up another way. And you know what? That's okay. Just go with it. Say yes to life because you never know where it will take you. It may take you even farther than your greatest dream right now. And right now in our history, we're going through a lot of turmoil around the world, a lot of crazy things going on. Hold on to your integrity. Hold on to your values and your principles and the love and kindness and caring that you have for other individuals and for your family. And with the love and guidance of your family as well, stay true to that. Stay connected with your family. And I want to thank all the parents and grandparents for supporting you in being here today. But just go on to your next part of this journey. Take your love, light, encouragement, and inspiration and spread it wherever you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lenore. As our graduates cross the stage to receive their certificates and diplomas, Visions by Maggie will be taking their photos. These can be ordered after graduations as per the details on the last page in the program. Now, for those who wish to take their own photo, you are welcome to make your way over to the player bench, right to my right here. Just ahead of your graduate crossing the stage, and that's a great vantage point to get a close-up as well. So at this time, it's my pleasure to give a warm welcome to our president, Don Bureau, who will deliver the Convocation Address. Don, it's all yours.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Lek, very, very much. Graduates, I have to tell you that this is such an honor for me to be here today on this stage to celebrate your success with your family and your friend and loved ones. In fact, as president of NSCC, addressing you, the graduating class of 2019, is simply the highlight of my year. I have to tell you, each year when I'm planning the speech for this afternoon, I get a bit nervous. So I was home a couple of weeks ago thinking to myself, how can I make a speech and deliver a speech that's engaging and that's compelling? And my son, my 21-year-old son, who recently graduated from NSCC, was in the room. So I said, Matthew, what advice would you have for your father so I can write a great speech? And he said, well, Dad, he said, look, my advice would be to make a speech that's interesting. He said, make sure you make it inspiring. But the last thing they want to do is hear you go on and on. So he said, make it quick. So I said, Matthew, I don't know if I can make it interesting, inspiring, and quick. And he said, well, just make it quick then. So I've taken his advice, and I want to share with you this afternoon a very quick story. This is a quick story that many of my colleagues have heard me tell before. It's one of my favorite stories because it's very pertinent, I think, to what's happening in the world today. It's called the Patch Story, and it's about taking action to have a positive impact on others. Now, I first heard this story a few years ago when I had the absolute honor of having lunch with an incredible woman. Her name is Valerie Jarrett. And like me, many of you may have not have heard of Valerie Jarrett before. I hadn't before that lunch. Well, Valerie Jarrett was the senior advisor to former President Barack Obama for all 8 years when he was in office. In fact, Valerie is often referred to as Barack Obama's shadow because she was always with him during his 8 years while he was president. She was speaking in Halifax, and again, I had the honor of being with her during the luncheon, and she talked about her time as the senior advisor to President Barack Obama. She explained that early in her career, she was working for the city of Chicago as a lawyer, and she had a vacancy in her department, so she was interviewing new young lawyers to fill this vacancy when a young woman came into the interview, and that young woman's name was Michelle. And then within 5 minutes, Valerie realized that this Michelle was something special, and she offered the job to her on the spot. And of course, that Michelle was Michelle Obama. And over the next couple of years, Valerie and Michelle and Barack became very, very close friends. And when Barack Obama decided to run for president in 2008, he asked Valerie to take a leave of absence from the city of Chicago and to work on his campaign for 6 months. She agreed, and as I mentioned earlier, she was with him for the entire 8 years. And Valerie told us the story of back in 2008, during the campaign, Barack Obama was giving a speech at a hotel in Chicago. And after the speech was over, he entered into an elevator. The elevator doors closed, and there was an elevator operator. His name was Earl Smith. He was an older gentleman. And during the elevator ride, Earl Smith offered the candidate, Barack Obama, a little cloth military patch. And Earl explained that that patch had kept him safe during the Vietnam War. It kept him safe since the war, and he wanted Barack Obama to have this little patch to keep him safe during his important upcoming work. Well, Barack Obama said he couldn't possibly accept the patch, but Earl insisted, and he took the patch and he left the elevator. Well, let's fast forward time. It's now 2012. President Obama has now won his second election, and him and Valerie are in the Oval Office planning the inauguration ceremony. And the president says to Valerie, do you remember that gentleman who gave me that patch 4 years ago? I want to go find him and invite him to the ceremony. And Valerie said, Mr. President, that's impossible. We have no idea who that man was. We don't know where he lives. With a little smile on his face, the president said, we have the FBI and CIA at our disposal. Valerie, go find that man. Well, as she was leaving the Oval Office that afternoon, she turned around and she said, by the way, Mr. President, what did you ever do with that little patch that he gave you 4 years ago? Well, the president reached into his pocket and pulled the patch out with a handful of other trinkets and tokens that people had given him during his life in public office. There was a marble, there was rosary beads, there was a poker chip. These were the items that people had given him that had a profoundly deep impact on him as he pursued his life in politics. In fact, you see, every morning for 8 years, the president, when he was getting dressed in the morning, would reach on the top of his dresser, grab that handful of trinkets, and put it into his pocket. They were his reminder as to why he was doing the work he was doing. In his mind, he was president to serve and have a positive impact on others. But here's the thing. You don't have to be the most powerful person in the world to have a positive impact on others. Earl Smith did not know that humble act of presenting the candidate that military patch that day on the elevator would have such a positive impact on Barack Obama. Earl Smith knew he would be just one of thousands of interactions that candidate would have, but still Earl acted. And you know, we don't have to look very far for very long to see similar acts happening here in the NSCC community. I hear many stories every year of students encouraging and helping others through their program. And I got to tell you, I hear hundreds of stories of our faculty and staff, our incredible faculty and staff dedicating countless hours to mentoring and supporting students as they complete their learning. But there's one example in particular of you, our graduates, making a significant contribution to the lives of others that I want to recognize. You see, at the core of NSCC, we strive to be an accessible post-secondary education as we help students overcome all types of adversity. And to that end, a couple of years ago, we launched Make Way. Make Way was a fundraising campaign to raise $25 million to help our students overcome financial barriers as they pursued their education. And I'm very proud to say that we recently celebrated the conclusion of the Make Way campaign. And in fact, we raised over $33 million to help our students. Yes. And a key group of contributors to that success has been you, our graduates. Because you see, your student associations have pledged $500,000 over 5 years on behalf of each and every one of you to the campaign. And I think that deserves a huge round of applause. And thank you very, very much. Graduates, I hope you realize that your significant and your very generous gift will have a positive impact on the lives of future students by making education even more accessible for many years to come. As we look to the future, our ask of you, graduates, is to please never stop using your education and your many gifts to have a positive impact on those facing adversity in any form as they try to access a better life. And as I think of being kind and having a positive impact on others, graduates, whether they are family, friends, loved ones, incredible NSCC faculty or staff, there are people joining us this afternoon who've shown you great kindness and who have had a positive impact on you during your time of studies here at the college. So graduates, I have one final assignment for you before you officially complete your program. I want you to think for a moment of a person or persons who are joining us this afternoon who's had a positive impact on you during your program. And I want you to think of that person or persons because we have a tradition at the college, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to stand up as you're able and to give a wave of appreciation to somebody in the audience as a way to say thank you. To say thank you for the positive impact that they've had on you while you were studying. So please stand and give a wave of gratitude to somebody in the audience. Well done, and I can say you have officially completed your last assignment, so you've now officially completed your program. Well done. Great job. And before I conclude, there's one other group of individuals joining us this afternoon that I want to recognize. For decades, our alumni have been driven by a passion to find ways to have a positive impact in their communities, to have a chance to make lives better for those around them. I want to acknowledge our alumni who are joining us this afternoon. If you are a previous graduate of NSCC or any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or are a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? Even in the audience too, please, yes. Thank you. So in conclusion, graduates, I want to share with you one other comment that Valerie shared with us that day. She was asked, when working in the White House with President Obama, did the 8 years go by fast or did the 8 years go by slow? And Valerie thought for a moment, and she said, you know what? She said the 8 years went by just like that. But she said some of the days, they lasted forever. And I think that's true for life in general. So graduates, after walking across this stage this afternoon, please do not wait until tomorrow to act. Please start today and continue to have a positive impact on others by paying forward the many gifts and abilities that you have. Congratulations on your success, and thank you for allowing NSCC to be part of your learning journey. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Matt Taylor, Academic Chair for the School of Access. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Access. Mr. President, the candidates for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Nicole Babineau. Megan Barr. Caitlin Bates. Kelsey Blois. William Dargavel. Jenny Delory. Megan Francis. Amber Gray Williams. Hannah McGinnis. Amanda Mattinson. Emily McDonald. Mike Merritt. Stephen Patterson. Betty Ann Schubert. Brittany Taylor. Billy Watson. Nicole Thompson. Kevin Wakesa. Christopher Williams. Mr. President, the graduates in the Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. For the information of the audience, those students who have attained honors standing have this designation noted in the program. Congratulations for your outstanding academic performance. Students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be with us today are automatically admitted to their respective certificates or diplomas. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate of Completion in Achieve. Matthew Conrad. Mason Edwards McDonald. Catherine Finley. Jonathan Flynn. Claire Henderson. Brittany Rowe. Ashley Wilson. Mr. President, the graduates in Achieve. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Academic and Career Connections. Ariana Banks. Marley Langley. Michaela Penny. Mr. President, the graduates in Academic and Career Connections.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Gillespie, Academic Chair for the School of Business and School of IT and Creative Industries. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Business. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Medical Office Administration. Jennifer Atkinson. Danielle Babineau. Kelsey Barter. Tila Billington. Cassandra Boudreau. Kate Bowers. Heather Carey. Ariel Connors. Rebecca Edmonds. Samantha Lahed. Emily McKenzie. Terry Lynn Matchett. Ellen McClellan. Lisa Miller. Donna Montgomery. Haley Oldford. Angela Otterson. Alexandra Poole. Sally Pratt. Courtney Taylor. Mr. President, the graduates in Medical Office Administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration. Ashton Casey. Jenna McIsaac. Rebecca Molnar. Timothy O'Brien. Taylor Walsh. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration Accounting. Amy Gabriel. Kelsey Glode. Peggy Liang. Marissa McDonald. Ryan O'Neill. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration Accounting. Mr. President, the candidates for the Advanced Diploma in International Business. Janelle Diaz. Brandon Fobert. John McMaster. Michaela Mason. Elliot Mullen. Jorman Marillo.
Good afternoon. My name is Vicki McKinnon, and it's my privilege to be the Academics Chair for the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for the credential in the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Continuing Care. Caitlin Anderson. Dolly Brown. Kelsey Canfield. Kaylee Chaplin. Leslie Desborough. Morgan Furlot. Young Gill. Lindsay Glode. Julie Gray. Kimberly Hines. Treva Holt. Lauren Job. Judietta Johnson. Kaylin Little. Jenna McDonald. Sydney McDonald. Brianna McIntosh. Caitlin McLeod. Caristina Matheson. Jessica McAvoy. Christine O'Connell. Sarah Richmond Ward. Rain Singer. Nancy Slack. Samantha Terrio. Haley Warford. Haley Wilson. Mr. President, the graduates in continuing care. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Law and Security. Olaniji Adebaw, let me try it again. Olaniji Adebawali Akin Butu. Thank God Cameron Baker. Cameron Baker. Colin Grant. Cale McDonald. Jennifer McIntyre. Adrian Shepard. Nikita Terrio. Mr. President, the graduates in Law and Security. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Child and Youth Care. Kayla Anderson. Jennifer Cameron. Ellie Deal. Mary Nuck Flowers. Candace Gates. James McLeod. Nicole Martin. Summer Murphy. Jill Lisa Nickerson. Adelaide Ofasu Kwabi. Riley Rowan. Darian Scanlon. You're here. Congratulations to you. You'll be fine. Susan Winters. Ocean Wyatt. Mr. President, the graduates in child and youth care. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Criminal Justice. Daniel Chisholm. Peyton Crosby. Clayton Dory. Riley DeBay. Noah Desmond. Haley Dykers. Renee Embry. Okay. Tyler Gerard. Rose Hill. Brianna Johnson. Megan Sue Lafford. Ashley McGinnis. Brittany Markey Peach. Chris McLeod. Andrea Smith. Brianna Steves. Chad Tucker. Kyra Weber. Mr. President, the graduates in criminal justice. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Recreation for Healthy Communities. Naomi Glode. Emma Grace Henderson. Lyndon Mounts. Joan Paul. Jacob Smith. Olivia Van Rostel. Mr. President, the graduates in Recreation for Healthy Communities. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Social Services. Jordan Atkinson. Danielle Boutlier. Cody Brown. Aaron Brown. Invited guests. It is a tradition at the Nova Scotia Community College that when a member of the staff has a family member graduating, we offer him or her the opportunity to participate in the ceremony and present the credential. I'd ask Nikki McCurdy to come forward to present her niece, Abigail Bugden, her certificate. Jenica Carrier. Jenica Carrier. Wendy Crow. Christian Davis. Emma Dennis. Kayla Douglas. Sonia Fahey. Katie Hammerhand. Lauren Heaslip. Guy Hebert. Kayla McDonald. Zachary. Zachary McIsaac. So happy. Maddie McKay. I would ask Heather Baudouin to come forward to present the credential to her daughter, Megan MacNeil. Jody McNamara. Rebecca Pettis. Barbara Pratt. Jenny Richard. Megan Saunier. Emily Schmidlin. Shelley Schrader Baines. Oh, not before that, though. Not before that, though. Morgan Scott. Jillian Seitman. Chelsea Thompson. Robin War. Mr. President, the graduates in social services. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Nonprofit Leadership. Mallory Frazier. Taylor Mundy. Mr. President, the graduates in nonprofit leadership.
Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of IT and Creative Industries. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Digital Animation, 2D Animation. Fern Donovan. Aiden Folds. Melody Hodge. Kira Hudson. Haley Loomer. Kathleen McIntyre. Victoria Ryan. Alexandra Trahan. Jillian Wenzel. Mr. President, the graduates in digital animation, 2D animation. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Digital Animation, 3D Animation. Al Arab. Catherine Hickman. Rosie Pittis. Natalie Timot. Mr. President, the graduates in digital animation, 3D animation. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Game Development Generalist. Cameron Bassett. Taylor Dauphiny. Chester James de Guzman. Sean Fishback. Matthew Judge. Christopher Lawson. Seth Omer. Jordan Payne. Jared Priddle. Brandon Shaw. Andrew Sheehy. James Spruan. Mr. President, the graduates in Game Development Generalist. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Game Development, 3D Modeling and Motion Capture. Kathleen Cameron joins us now to present her son Alec Cameron with a diploma in game development, 3D modeling, and motion capture. Renee Dulong. Ethan Gagne. Cooper Holt. Mitchell King. Brighton Nearing. Marcus Skinner. Jack Watson. Luke White. Mr. President, the graduates in game development, 3D modeling, and motion capture. Mr. President, Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in IT Systems Management and Security. Harlow Black. Bailey Dean. Quinton Gillis. Dimitri Gosby Stewart. Mark Jodry. Ian Lee. Joseph Wynot. Jared Williger. Mr. President, the graduates in Information Technology, Systems Management, Networking. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in IT Web Development. Mitchell Faber. Irina Himero. Brent LeBlanc. Ryan Oakley. Austin Ritchie. Jacqueline Staples. Ethan Walker. Mr. President, the graduates in IT Web Development. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2019 graduating class of the Truro Campus, Nova Scotia Community College.
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Walker, and I'm the Manager of Student Services here with the Truro Campus. Over the past month and a half, academic programs and schools have celebrated student success by having personalized events to honor individual and class successes. Congratulations to all of you graduating today who've received bursaries, scholarships, and awards throughout your time here at NSCC. It now gives me great pleasure to announce this year's major award winners. Our first two student awards, the Governor General's Academic Medal and the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal, acknowledge the highest academic achievement earned by a student. I now invite Lenore Zan to the front of the stage to present the Governor General's Academic Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student who's achieved the highest academic standing in a diploma program. This year's recipient is Ryan Oakley of the IT Web Development Program. We now welcome Anna Burke, Vice President, Academic, to the front of the stage to present the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has achieved the highest academic standing. This year's recipient is Young Ah Gil of the Continuing Care Program. Our next two student awards, the Board of Governors Award and the President's Award, acknowledge academic achievement and contribution to campus and community life. We welcome Paul Tingley, Board Representative, to the front of the stage to present the Board of Governors Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who's demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. This year's recipient is Shelley Schrader-Baines of the Social Services Program. We now welcome Don Bureau, President, NSCC, to the front of the stage to present the President's Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who's demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. This year's recipient is Kaylin Little of the Continuing Care Assistant Program. Our final major award is the NSCC Alumni Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who embodies the NSCC alumni tradition of excellence and ambassadorship, and whose extraordinary contributions have inspired a sense of community and pride on campus. We now welcome Jennifer Clark, NSCC alumni, to the front of the stage to present the Alumni Award. Our first recipient is Lyndon Mounts of the Recreation for Healthy Communities program. Our second recipient of the Alumni Rising Star Award is a graduate of the Nova Scotia Community College eCampus. This is Taylor Monday of the Nonprofit Leadership Program. Mr. President and invited guests, the award winners for Truro Campus, Nova Scotia Community College 2019. I now have the distinct honor of introducing this year's valedictorian, Megan MacNeil. Megan was nominated and chosen by her class to represent the class of 2019. Megan's a graduate of the Social Services program, and faculty describe her as a leader in every sense of the word, goes out of her way to be helpful, a strong young woman who cares deeply, empowers others to be their best selves, a truly remarkable young woman whose career we will need to watch, empathetic, insightful, driven, compassionate, kind, respectful, responsible, self-directed, always eager to learn and willing to take risks. Megan, I invite you to come forward and share the message with your graduating class.
Take a sip of water. Good afternoon, honored guests, faculty and staff, friends and family, and most importantly, the fellow graduates of 2019. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to thank the NSCC Truro Campus for always challenging our minds, creating opportunities, and for being supportive no matter what the circumstance. Thank you to my fellow social services classmates for teaching me that family is not always about blood, but about creating bonding moments, helping each other through the good and the bad times, and being compassionate in moments of struggle. Finally, I would like to thank my friends and family for continuing to believe in me and my dreams. This day would not have been possible without all of you. As a little girl, I fell in love with the Disney experience. I would spend hours watching Disney films, playing princesses with my friends, and getting excited for that magical trip to my favorite place on earth, Walt Disney World. So, when I sat down to reflect and write about my NSCC journey, Disney came to mind. Today, I am going to share with you just how similar the journey through NSCC and the world of Disney really are. I have chosen 3 Disney characters, Nemo, Belle, and Mickey, to showcase the lessons and ideals we have learned through our time at NSCC. Walt Disney's Finding Nemo is a story about 2 clownfish exploring vastly different worlds. Marlin, who is Nemo's overprotective father, reluctantly takes his son Nemo to school, where he is captured by humans and wakes up in a fish tank at a dentist office. Marlin frantically looks for his son and meets many friends along the way. Much like our time at NSCC, this film is about finding courage, meeting friends, trusting ourselves, and moving forward no matter how scary that may feel. Marlin was terrified of leaving his underwater world and exploring the depths of the ocean. However, with the goal of finding his son, he uncovered just how courageous he actually was. Coming into our programs, we did not know what to expect or where we would end up. The unknown is always scary, but we made it. We established our own courage to be here, to learn, and to move on to our next chapter. Finding Nemo was about creating relationships, bonding, and teamwork. Nemo found himself in a completely new environment and was not only able to make new friends, but also gain a mentor. Like our experience here, we may have come into this new place knowing nobody, but are leaving with relationships that will last a lifetime. As students, we have bonded by jamming out to the classics during karaoke, rushing around the campus, looking for those glorious sparkling Easter eggs, or representing our programs at the Quad Cup competition. We have also gained the greatest mentors we will have, our faculty. With their support, belief, and their constant nudges, we are now able to leave our fish tank and swim away into the infinite ocean. Along Marlin's journey to find Nemo, he met a great friend by the name of Dory. When times were stressful or hard, her motto was to always just keep swimming. To the graduating class of 2019, this is exactly what we did. Whether it was a final test we never thought we would pass, or staying up all night to write a paper that we should have started a week ago, we kept moving and accomplished our goals. Being a student at NSCC certainly came with moments of happiness, sadness, frustration, and laughter, but we got through it all. The second character I will explore is Princess Belle from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Belle was raised in a small provincial town where she was criticized for being different from all the other villagers. After her father went to another town to sell his inventions, Belle became worried and began searching far and wide to find her missing father. Finally, she comes across a castle where her father is being held captive by a prince living as a beast, a punishment for being cold-hearted. Though she was first held captive in exchange for her father's freedom, through learning about each other, growing as people, and being open to the possibilities, Belle and the Beast fell in love. As a little girl, Belle always inspired me to keep asking questions, to keep reading anything and everything that I loved, and to explore the world before me. She was a resilient woman who believed that she was destined for more than her life could offer. Belle represents what lifelong learning looks like, never losing the curiosity within us. As we end this chapter in our own storybook, we may feel like our learning is over. During our time at NSCC, we have learned many things. Some of us have learned to create video games, while others can now build a concrete business plan. We have all gained new skills and abilities, but our learning does not stop when we take off this cap and gown. Rather, most of our learning has only just begun. Here are the 3 things that I've learned that Belle has taught me about lifelong learning. Number 1, always question standards. A significant point of Beauty and the Beast is that we must always look beyond a person's outer beauty. As we move forward in our careers, always remember that we should dig deeper, because what is on the surface may not always be what is real. Ask questions, dive into experiences and opportunities, and always search beyond the standards. Number 2, don't let fear get in the way. After her father left their town for a couple of days, Belle became worried and set out to find him. She then offered herself up to be held captive so her father could have his freedom back. Belle did not let a snow-covered wood, a pack of wolves, or a beast stop her from doing what she felt was right. Lifelong learning is always about gaining knowledge, no matter how scary that may be. It is about the ability to be vulnerable enough to ask questions and courageous enough to seek the answers. Being the graduating class of 2019, I am confident we will always have the strength to keep learning and growing both professionally and personally. Number 3, educate others. It is no secret that Belle loved lifelong learning, particularly when it came to her love of books or being open about her curiosity. Belle was able to share her love of books with the Beast and young girls back home by teaching them how to read. It is the knowledge we gain and share that allows us to transform lives. In our time at NSCC, we have been given this incredible opportunity to experience what transformative learning looks like. And as we move on to our next adventure, we will have opportunities to share that learning with others. As much as I have learned from finding Nemo and Belle, there is one more character that I would like to explore. I cannot forget that Walt Disney's dreams started with a little mouse. Mickey Mouse is the representation of what Disney is all about, following our dreams. Mickey showcases how dreaming, hard work, and passion can create ripple effects that will last through generations. When Walt Disney was told he would not be able to create new characters after a successful rabbit cartoon was made, he refused to let this setback get in the way of his dreams. He decided to leave Universal Studios with a vision of creating his own characters. Through some determination and countless hours of brainstorming, the character Mickey Mouse was born. Sitting here today, remember that following our dreams leads the pathways for others to do the same. Just as millions of people are moved by what Mickey Mouse represents, know that as graduating students, we are inspiring future entrepreneurs, youth and social service workers, justice personnel, medical healthcare professionals, technology gurus, and high school diploma earners. We are slowly paving the way for others to have a dream and achieve it one chapter at a time. Whether we have seen Mickey get out of sticky situations in his cartoons or watched him conquer the bad guys in Fantasia, he made the impossible possible. Chasing dreams is not always easy. Just like favorite Disney characters come up against obstacles like fire-breathing dragons, malicious supervillains, or sea witches, we too will experience real-life barriers. Yet, we will get through it because we are dreamers, we are believers, and we most certainly are achievers. Mickey Mouse surrounded himself with a close circle of friends and family who believed in his dreams just as much as he did. As we gather here today in our caps and gowns, we are also surrounded by those who supported us through this journey. Whether it is a favorite teacher, a partner, a family member, or a classmate, you are not alone in moving toward your future desires. Graduates, never lose sight on how gifted you are. We come to this campus with all kinds of life experiences. Some come from different countries or provinces. Some arrived fresh out of high school, while others had previous careers. Some have made it through unthinkable challenges, but we all had a dream to do this, and we did it. Reflecting on the journey through my time at NSCC, I see how similar it is to the journey of these 3 Disney characters. Just as in Finding Nemo, our experience here meant building courage, gaining relationships, and swimming through the hardships. Much like Belle, we have expanded on NSCC's philosophy of lifelong learning and will continue to practice that through years to come. Most importantly, as the graduating class, we have followed and achieved our dreams. The message of Mickey Mouse lives inside all of us. Never forget to keep on dreaming. To the graduating class of 2019, I leave you with a quote from Dumbo. Don't just fly, soar. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Can you stay with me for that?
Okay. Do you want me to step over there?
Megan, on behalf of your graduating class and our invited guests, I genuinely thank you for sharing your message of courage, curiosity, lifelong learning, relationship building, and following our dreams. I welcome you to join Lex Chavanos to receive our gift of thanks.
Well, folks, if I'm here, it's closing remarks. It brings us to the end of today's convocation. Yes. Graduates, after receiving your credential on stage, you were presented with your NSCC alumni pin. We hope that from this moment forward, you will wear it proudly, because today, when you shed your gown, your connection to NSCC does not end, because yesterday you were students, today you're graduates, and forever you'll be NSCC alumni. I want to extend a special thank you to everyone who contributed to making this convocation truly special. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2019 convocation ceremony. Now, please stand as you are able for the recessional and remain standing at your seat until the stage party and graduates have left. The audience are then asked to follow out of the auditorium. Thank you, and see you at the reception on the main level just outside the rink.